Yeah, but the Most High asks Ezekiel, can these dry bones live, in the book of Ezekiel 37? All right, because ultimately he that wanted out the the congregation remain the congregation of the dead. All right, matter of fact, he that wanted out the way of righteousness remain the congregation of the dead. Salakia, in the book of Proverbs 21 and verse 16. Okay, Romans 6 verse 5. Since we have been united with him in his death, we will also be raised to life as he was. All right. We know that our old sinful selves were crucified with a Mashiach, so that sin might lose its power in our lives. We are no longer slaves to sin. Okay, now we can put off what we had done before. I quote this pretty often in the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, starting around 22. Put off the old man. All right, there's certain things that brothers. It's certain matter of fact, there's certain lifestyles that brethren, all right, or sisters came from, that now we are not what subject unto that. Okay? For when we died with Hamashiach, we were set free from the power of sin. And since we died with Hamashiach, we know we will also live with him. We are sure of this because Hamashiach was raised from the dead and he will never die again. Death no longer has any power over him. When he died once to break the power of sin. But now that he lives for the glory of Yahweh. So you also should consider yourselves to be dead to the power of sin and live to Yahweh through Hamashiach Shai. All right. And ultimately by what? By having this knowledge. Okay. Now we are able, it's a beautiful thing that we have this wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Okay. Because having this, I don't want to write to Zion. This is what is going to, as long as we continue in it, Matthew 24 and verse 13, all right, endure to the end, behind the truth and knowledge, and have, and endure to the end, we shall be able to withstand whatever comes our way. Okay. In the book of Isaiah 33, it says what? That, wisdom and knowledge shall be still built till that times. So you should consider yourself to be dead to the power of sin and alive to Yahweh through Hamashiach Shai. Do not let sin control the way you live. Do not give in to sinful desires. All right. And every day we are what? Battling. All right. Especially in Babylon the Great. There's many of traps here. Make no mistake about it. All right. There are many things that look kind of pleasing. Okay. Because we still what? Man's in his flesh. All right. Spirit's willing, but the flesh is weak. Do not let any part of your body become an instrument of evil to serve sin. Instead, give yourselves completely to Yahweh. For you were dead, but now you have new life. So use your whole body as an instrument to do what is right for the glory of Yahweh. And that's what it's all about, man. All right, we come to this truth. It's ultimately about, serve Yahweh by Shemal Shai. We go to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12. All right, that's really the whole duty of an Israelite man. All right, according to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12, should be around 13. Okay, and in Romans 6 verse 14, this is what a lot of wacky tech Christians take advantage of and twist it. It says sin, which is sin is the transgression of the law. Sin is no longer your master, for you no longer live under the requirements of the law. Instead, you live under the freedom of Yahweh's grace. All right, ultimately meaning what? Just because, there's 313 laws, man. And right now, once again, we are behind enemy's lines. Okay, now using a worldly terminology, for example, if you're driving a car and the speed limit says 55 miles per hour and you go 70 miles per hour and the police just stop you and don't give you a ticket but just give you a warning and say, that was 55 miles per hour, you went 70 miles per hour, does not mean that you can continue to do it again and again and expect to have that same level of grace of just not getting a ticket. No, just like, okay, now all right, because the Most High said, well, he winked at our ignorance. All right, because ultimately, when you sin, you are supposed to be put to death right on the spot. All right, but now we have an opportunity to rehearse his righteous acts, man, and get ourselves right. Well, then, since Yahweh's law, since Most High grace has set us free from the law, does that mean we can go on sinning? Of course not. Of course not. Does not mean you can go on continue to do the same thing you once were doing. If you was a Jake that got tattoos on your face before you came to this truth, you don't go get another tattoo on your face, man. All right. Now, according to the scriptures, no, you don't supposed to mark your body up. But ultimately, right now, we all have sinned. All right. So ultimately, now you don't continue to do it. Now because the Most High, as it says, he winked at our ignorance. Don't you realize that you become the slave of whatever you choose to obey? You can be a slave to sin, which leads to death, or you can choose to obey Yahweh, which leads to righteous living. All right, and that's what you should be choosing, man. Okay, because anything else is ultimately going to lead to death. All right, there's no mixing of anything, man. There's no I'm gonna do a little bit of Babylon, and I'm gonna enjoy a little bit of the pleasures of Babylon, whatever, and still try to, no. All right, ultimately it's about serving Yahweh way Yahweh Shai. Now that does not mean that you can't have a little fun, go to a bar or whatever, just give an example, but it's always about, first and foremost, seeking to please Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, so that was pretty much it. This will be considered like a little part 2, but I would just want to make a quick point, a few things I had in my spirit as far as speaking on Mark Twain, the Edomite, as far as what he said, because every once in a while, these Edomites can say something that is a little bit of truth, man, because ultimately the scripture says what, once again, that the children of this world are wiser than the children of light. Okay, so so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna end it there, giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Hodash. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel that teach with all truth and sincerity. Shalom to you, Akim, you hopeful elect that puts your truth out, true sincerity. Shalom to you, sincere believers. And also shalom to you, sincere Aquaft as well. Shalom, Brakatham, and Abba Ball. On to the next. Shalom.